The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Prep Spin, Double Dogs, and by UK Sports Medicine.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball, your host of the Scholastic Ball Report, and we've got a great feature for you from WKYT around the state. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, boys basketball team from Henry Clay High School, Coach Daniel Brown with his 5 starters. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Driver of the Week with some more great sports action. The Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete is Gage Richardson, basketball player from Great Crossing High School, and his coach, Steve Page. The Rafferty Special Guest of the Week is a very special guest. She's Tracy Spickard from Franklin County High School. But we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. We've got them. It's called Game Time here on WKYT. Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Goff.
Coming into the girls' 10th region tournament, George Rogers Clark was the overwhelming favorite to win and make the school's 7th Sweet 16 appearance in the last 9 years. Tonight, the Redbirds facing Mason County, and this one got out of hand pretty early. Off the miss, GRC controlling the glass. That was a common theme in this game, and it's Kennedy Stamper with the 15-foot jumper. Cards out to an 8-0 lead. More from Win City. 4 players touch it until it's Annette Miller. The easy bucket in the paint, GRC up 14-zip. Clark would run out to a 21-0 lead. This is Stamper, the long outlet to Anaya Chestnut. Easy lay in there. Mason would get on the board. Amira Reed drives it in. She gets the bucket, but GRC wins big, 92-33.
An Eastern Kentucky tradition is connecting several generations of baseball players. Over the weekend, the Buckhorn High School baseball team hosted its annual alumni game. Current players got to play alongside former players ahead of their regular season. They say it's a chance to connect the past to the present.
My favorite part is getting out here with some of the guys I used to play with and getting to talk to them a little bit. And then getting to talk to some of the guys who played for this program when it was at its peak.
The students got to talk to former Wildcats who won a regional championship.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Henry Clay boys basketball team. With us is basketball coach Daniel Brown and his starting 5. That's pretty interesting. You got your starting 5 with you. Welcome into the show, Coach.
Well, thanks for having us. I thought these guys have been, starting 5 for all 30 games, so I thought it'd be good to just bring them all in together.
Well, you got off to such a great start this year. I think you guys were 15, 16-0 this season.
Right.
Talk about the rest of the season and a postseason run.
Well, I think, we got started, we were picked, I think 10th or 11th in the region. We had a young team coming back, not a lot of experience, but I do think we won some games early on that we could have lost, and I think it built confidence. And then the guys play their roles really well, and they play well together. And then I think high school sports, that's very important. And then I think it's like Kentucky and SEC. We got in the 11th region. If anybody plays in the 11th region, we knew we weren't going to go undefeated. So but I do feel like we've definitely gotten better after a couple of tough losses with Bryan Station and Douglas. But over the course of the last month, I've seen this team improve and mature along the way, and we've won some big games.
We'll introduce these special players with us today. Tell us a little bit about each one.
Well, I got Cason Brown. You know, it's my third one that's come through Henry Clay. So he's a junior point guard, doing a good job, getting better every day, running our team. I got Isaiah Steffen, our only senior in this starting five, who's a shooter who can shoot with anybody in the state when he gets going, who's really had a good year. Won some big games for us. Jackson Steffen, his brother, is a sophomore that nobody knew about, who arguably could be one of the best sophomores, not only in our area, but maybe in the state. So he's had a big year. I think Hassan Bush, who plays the inside with us, about 6'5". He does everything. He's the one that does everything. We run no plays for him, and he still gets a lot of numbers. So that's how active he is. And then A.J. Dixon, who is also a solid guard, who a lot of times is getting, the best player on the other end. He takes the challenge of guarding the best player on the other side, at the same time being able to score. So every one of them brings a little bit of special sauce, as you like to call it, to the team. And I think that's us mixing it up has helped us along the way. So they're a special group.
Well, let's get Hassan Bush in here. Hassan, Coach, really complimentary of you there. How'd you get interested in playing basketball?
Watched the game with my dad, and that was something we really bonded over, and it looked really fun. So got into a little league, loved it, kept playing from there.
What position do you play and you like the most?
I like playing big. I like the physicality, being strong. I like the challenge.
What do you contribute most to the team with your skill set?
Rebounding for sure, and defense, hustle player.
And what do you like most about being on the basketball team at Henry Clay?
Being around these guys all the time, my friends.
Okay. I got you. Let's get Cason Brown in here now, and the shooting guard. Cason, of course, the son of Coach Daniel Brown. We know about the sons of Coach Brown. They can shoot the ball, if nothing else. Cason, we know you can shoot. Is there something in the game you look for, or what's your strength?
I try to facilitate. That's my thing. And try to find open shots for these guys.
So you like the Reed Shepherd. You like the Reed Shepherd of Henry Clay.
Exactly.
Talk to us about your season so far this year, Cason.
Like my father said, no one thought that we were going to be like what we are. What are we? 24-6. Yeah, no one really thought about us. We were doubted on, but I think we proved our point.
Let's get the next guy in. That'll be, I guess, A.J. Dixon. And AJ, you're a guard also. You play guard also. So what do you like about playing your position there at Henry Clay?
Well, the thing I like about playing my position is, I'm not scared to guard nobody. I'm always ready to guard the best player because I know every single game I'm going to have to go in there and I have to guard the best person.
What is the most memorable game you've had playing at Henry Clay?
I'd say probably the Bryan Station game because nobody expected us to win that. We went in there. We had a lot of energy. We was all playing together, which that's whenever we play the best. And, yeah.
Well, let's get Steffen in here. Let's get Isaiah Steffen in here, another starter. Talk to us about your season so far and how you feel about it.
I feel great. I know the brothers behind me feel great about it. But season just started. We're 0-0 right now, so we're ready to dominate in the postseason.
How'd you get interested in playing basketball?
Oh man, when I was a kid, my first word as a kid was ball, and my dad played college basketball, so I was just been around it all my life.
And what do you work on most in the practice to improve your game?
Just shoot the three, shoot the ball well, limit turnovers, and just get my boys going and play defense.
Well, thank you, Isaiah. Let's get Jackson in here. Jackson Steffen, the sophomore. We don't have to say much about him. He's highly regarded and highly liked around the state. Coach says you're one of the best sophomores in the state, We'll agree with him. We know Coach Brown knows basketball, so you got to be a good player. And how has that helped you this year with your sophomore season?
It just gave me confidence, because no one really knew about me before the season started, and Coach Brown and my brother and my teammates helped me, really.
What do you like the most about being on the basketball team at Henry Clay?
I get to play with my brother, which is, really rare with our age gap, and I also get to play with all my friends. And it's fun.
I know you guys are very active on Twitter. Coach talked about that a little bit. Have you got any fodder that's helped you motivate you this year?
I wouldn't say motivate me, but I have had messages on Twitter. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, Isaiah Jackson and Isaiah and Kaysen, AJ, and Hassan. Let's get Coach Brown back in here. Coach, you got a good group as always there at Henry Clay, and I can see why you're 24-6.
Well, thank you. I'm blessed. Henry Clay's been good to me. It's hard to be 20-some years has gone by that fast, So I'm very blessed to be a school like Henry Clay, and blessed to have kids behind me, willing to, do whatever we asked to, play basketball.
Thank you, Coach Brown and players Henry Clay for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
All right.
That's it for the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report. Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. He's Gage Richardson, a boys basketball player from Great Crossing High School, and his coach, Steve Page. Welcome into the show, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Let's start with you, Coach Page. How was your season so far this year? I know you're 28, 29-1, so it has to be pretty good.
Yeah, we had a phenomenal regular season. We were undefeated against Kentucky competition. Only lost in double overtime down in the Beach Ball Classic to a nationally ranked Bishop O'Connell. So I don't know that we could have done any better. Honestly, we've had you look at any top 20 ranking, we've probably played half of them, if not 11 or 12 of them. So we've challenged the kids, and they've exceeded our expectations to this point. But everybody's 0-0 now.
Well, Coach, introduce Gage to us and tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, so Gage is, again, third year starting. I actually coached him back when he was in sixth grade at Scott County Middle School. Coached both of his older brothers as well. So we knew what we were getting with Gage. He's probably, Quinn and Elias probably won't like me saying this, but Gage is the most talented of the three.
Gage, welcome into the show. And who influenced you the most to play sports?
I probably have to say my dad and probably my brothers too, because I just grew up around it, playing with them my whole life. So,
what positions do you play on the team?
I'm mostly a shooting guard, but I can play a guard, the 3, 4, even trail, whatever.
How do you feel your skill set contributes to the team?
I like to call myself, a good shooter. Make good passes. I like to get my teammates involved and play hard defense for my team and just do what I can to help us win.
Now let's talk about your academic accomplishments. You're a good student with a GPA of 3.0. What's your favorite academic area or subject?
I'll probably say English. I don't know. I like to read sometimes.
Do you think playing sports helps you excel in the classroom?
Yeah, I say basketball makes me want to keep my grades up and continue to have good grades. So, and if I don't have good grades, I can't play. So,
how do you balance basketball with your classwork?
I try to come whenever I get in the classroom. I just work hard in there, make sure everything's done in there before I go to practice or the game. Just make sure everything's done before I go.
That's Gage Richardson and Steve Page, the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Let's take a look at our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Remember the name Grace Bourgois from Danville Christian. She had a field day against Rockcastle County in the girls' 12th region semifinals. Bourgois with the steal. All the way in for the layup. She had 30 points, at least 8 block shots, and more than a dozen rebounds. As Danville Christian advanced to the region final, congratulations, Grace Bourgois. You are the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Hello and welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Rafferty's Special Guest of the Week. It's Tracy Spickard, Athletic Director at Franklin County High School, also the softball coach. Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report, Tracy.
Thank you so much, Bridget. Happy to be here.
So Tracy, talk to us a little bit about how you got interested in sports.
Well, from a very young age, I was very actively involved in sports. I grew up back in the late 70s and early 80s, and every day it was, as kids did back then, you were outside from dawn to dusk, well after dark, playing ball. Any type of ball. Mainly for me, it was baseball at the time growing up, and then basketball. Those were my two major sports, and then of course I transitioned into playing softball as well. But it was just part of who I was as a youth, and heavily involved in the youth sports, and then on into grade school and junior high and high school as well, on into college. And just a great love and passion for the sports, so many different games, and just a part of who I was and who I still am.
So talk to us a little bit about your career path in education and your involvement with high school sports.
Really right out of high school, when I was in college, I got involved in coaching. I spent my first 2 years at Transylvania University, and I played basketball and softball there. And then I finished up at UK and played softball there. So, but in the springtime, when my season was over with, I would always go back to Jessamine County, where I graduated from, and helped out their high school softball program during college. So that just I had a love for coaching. Actually coached my first game, basketball game, when I was still in high school.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. So what's your favorite thing about your job?
Oh, I have to say, bar none, it's the relationships. It's not about the wins or the losses, but it's about the relationships that you develop with the young people. It's about the opportunity that I have to play a small role in their development, not only as an athlete, but as a young person, and to be a productive citizen after high school.
So I don't know if our audience knows this, but you've been selected to receive the Bridget DeVries Award by the State High School Coaches Association, Athletic Administrators Association, for your excellence in high school sports. And let me just say this, she is one of the most accomplished athletic administrators in the state, is most deserving of this award. And she will receive this award this year at the Mingy Girls Sweet 16 at Rupp Arena. And I'm lucky enough just to be there to see her again in person and to present it. And it starts March 13th through the 16th. So congratulations on that, Tracy.
Thank you so much, Bridget. It's a humbling honor for sure. And you've had such a tremendous impact on high school athletics, and big shoes to fill, but to have my name associated with such a prestigious award means definitely more than you know.
Well, thank you, Tracy, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report as the Rafferty's Special Guest of the Week. That's Tracy Spickard, Athletic Director at Franklin County High School. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Rockcastle County always supports the Lady Rockets well. Danville Christian silenced the Rock crowd early. Grace Bourgois with the steal, and the 6'6" Liberty commit glides in for the layup. She was unstoppable with 30 points. Lady Warriors coach Billy Emmon Crazy talented group there. Freshman Amari Blackford, she dials it up from deep, part of a 12-0 run. The Lady Rockets picked it up in the third quarter. Taylor King had 21, but Danville Christian is going to the finals for the first time, 62-47. West Jessamine trying to get the region title game for the first time, facing Southwestern, and Southwestern with a hot start. Jalen Dye, the sweet southpaw drive, and the score. More from the Lady Warriors on the run. Jordan McDonald with the score, and the Lady Colts take a timeout. They'll try to figure things out. West Jess with the give and go coming up. Here's Claire Marshall, only a freshman. The Colts weren't finished. Marshall out to Katie Maston. The three is there. West Jess in the finals, 57-48.
Well, that's our show for this week. Special thanks, as always, to our Scholastic Ball Report team. Press Spins King of Stream, William Moorfield. Joel Clates, our director, WKYT. Executive producer, Bridget DeVries. And the KYT sports staff are Brian Milam, Leakey Howard, Lindsey Gall. Well, that's our show for this week. Don't forget to tune in next week for another great show. And remember, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Prep Spin, Double Dogs, and by UK Sports Medicine.